know that will be the last time I see you guys. Yeah, so time flies. And your SPM is coming soon also. Okay, let's get started lah. I hope you guys have all of this ready. Paper, pen, pencil, calculator, and your water bottle. Of course, must hydrate yourself all the time. Okay, come. Probability. Okay, so I just give you an overview what we are going to cover under probability. Okay, this one we call it okay, later we will go through for each one, independent events and dependent events. We will go through each, okay, example for each of them. And then the next one is tree diagram. Okay, tree diagram, how to actually tree diagram can be drawn to both independent and dependent events. One actually can. Okay, it's just that some question, like for example these two questions here, you see they didn't really give you any tree diagram. So tree diagram is not like compulsory one. It's only when they ask for it, then only you need to draw lah. Okay, so anyways, we will do a question on tree diagram. And then the last part for probability is this one, mutually exclusive and non-mutually exclusive. Okay, just this one, and then this one we will do 2 questions on that. Okay, so basically probability is just these 3 things lah you need to know. Okay, so I don't think I need to explain anything about probability except, okay, the main thing, if the question asks for probability, right, you know that your answers, okay, so let me put some small notes here, some small notes here. If the question asks for probability of anything, okay, the answer must be in terms of fraction. That's the only thing you need to know. Okay, very easy lah. Let's just say, I'll give you a very easy example. Let's just say in a bag lah, okay. 3, you know what? Let me just change this color. Let's just say in a bag, we have very easy 3 orange pebbles, okay, guli, okay, 3 orange guli, and let's just say 5, you know what, 6 lah, okay, 6 blue gulis, okay. Wait oh, how come I just realized that I can hear somebody else's voice one from my mic. I don't know if you guys heard that also, but that's just weird. Okay, never mind. Okay, so anyways, if the question asks, what is the probability of pick an orange pebble from the bag? So please don't get intimidated whenever they ask for probability. You know the answer must be in terms of fraction. So how many oranges? 3. Out of how many pebbles? 3 plus 6, so 9. But of course, if the answer is in fraction, must always simplify it. Please, if you don't know how to simplify or you want to double check for simplification, always use calculator. Just type in calculator. In exam, okay, I know a lot of students, they are very good at mental math, okay? But when you do in exam, please don't be overconfident, okay? Just use calculator and double check. Okay, done. Just like that, very easy only. So actually probability is not hard. So it's just how you apply the knowledge in the question. Okay. So okay, before we do this question, right, you look at this. This one is my summary. This one is my summary, because normally SPM, of course, they don't just ask such simple probability, right? This one we call it probability of a single event. When we say event, means the how to say event, is the action that the question want you to take. For example, this one, I want you to pick an orange pebble, right? Picking an orange pebble is one event. Okay, so normally, but in SPM, they very seldom ask for probability of one event. Normally, they will ask for 2 events, probability of 2 events happening. Okay, so if 2 events happening, this is the knowledge that you need to know. Okay, let me highlight this nicely. Okay, so the first one is here. Okay, if the question asks, I want the probability of A happen And I also want event B to happen. Okay, I want two events to happen together. I want both to happen. If the question is like this, that means you need to multiply. Okay, multiply the probability of A happening with the probability of B happening. Later, we'll go through the question. Okay, if instead of wanting both to happen, I only want either one happen can really. This one is another possibility. Either A happen or B happen. I don't need both to happen. If I don't need both to happen, then all you need to do is just plus. So you see this keyword here, when it's N, multiply. When two events you need to happen, then it's multiply. If either one, you just need either one to happen, then it's plus. Okay. Last one, you want the probability that something, the event, you don't want it to happen. You don't want it to happen, then all you need to do is just take 1 minus of the probability that it happens. Okay, so for example, for this one, if somebody, smart one, okay, let's just say for this question, I ask for what is the probability of picking a blue? Well, yes, you can count. Okay, what is the probability of picking a blue? You have 6 blues here out of 9, right? Which if you simplify, you get 2/3. But some student be like, think a bit. If I want to pick a blue, that means I don't want to pick orange lah. I don't want to pick orange lah. If I don't want to pick orange, then it's the same as 1 minus the probability of picking an orange pebble, which we found it earlier, right? Picking an orange pebble is 1/3. So 1 minus 1/3, it is also equals to 2/3. You see? Two ways to do question and it leads to the same answer. Okay? So I tell you, probability is not hard. The harder part, the more challenging part is how you apply in question. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so if you understood these three, then let's try a question. Now. Okay, come. Let's read the question together. Yeah, hello guys. For those who just joined, I just want to point out this one. If the question ever asks for probability, you know your answer must be in terms of fraction. You know your answer must be in terms of fraction already. Okay? Okay, come, let's zoom in and let's try. Okay, what did they say? So, diagram below shows 9 letter cards in a box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Betul? Yes, okay, we have 9 cards in a box. 2 cards are drawn at random. You see? When they say 2 cards are drawn, that means this means you have 2 events here. Why 2 events? Because you need to pick the cards 2 times, right? First event is you pick the first card. Second event is you pick the second card. Okay, so this one, here you got 2 events ready, 2 events, okay. So 2 cards are drawn, one after another. Okay, one after another means you cannot draw 2 cards at the same time. Cannot. That means you have to draw the first card first. After you draw the first card, then only you can draw the second card. That's what it means by one after another. You cannot pick 2 at the same time. Okay. And one more keyword, without replacement. This is one of the most important keywords when it comes to 2 event question like this. Okay. Because what does this mean? Without replacement. Without replacement. Okay. So what it means here is that when you pick the first card, let's just say, I don't know, simply out of 9 cards, you simply pick 1 out already by random. Random means you don't look one, you simply pick. Okay, you pick 1 card, let's just say you pick this one out. Without replacement means after you take it out, you do not put it back. You do not put it back. That means when you draw the second card out, in the box, when you draw the first card out, the cards in the box will be only left with 8 cards. So out of the remaining 8 cards, you pick the second card. That is what it means by without replacement. So this one is very important because it's going to directly affect our answer. It's going to directly affect the answer. Okay, Okay, come, let's do this together. Let's do this together. Oh, you know what? Let me be very, very clear here. So we have 2 events here. First card, we pick. Oh, no, Big Nish. No. Guys, no. I totally know where the hatred comes from. Because this sort of question, you need logical thinking. it is not much of a knowledge one, because the knowledge for probability very straightforward only ma. Just a fraction only ma. But it's the logic. You need to, once you get the logic behind the chapter, then you can do. Okay, that's why come, Big Nash, we do this together. You take pen, pencil, calculator with me, and then you do. As I do, you follow my thought process. Okay. Hey, Big Nash, later by the end of the class, right? You stay back a bit. I wanted to tell you something regardless regarding a comment that you gave me in the what in the Google form. Yeah, actually I wanted to talk to you very shortly very shortly. Okay, you stay back just a little bit only by the end of the class, Big Nash. Okay, so anyways, what was it? Okay, yeah. So let me write on nicely. First, you pick the first card, okay, and then you do not put it back. Do not put back the first card you take out already. That means you take out already. You don't put back to the box, and then you straight away pick the second card. This is the process of this question. Okay. Now that you understand fully, let's do the question. Okay. Calculate the probability. Okay. Okay. Keyword probability. That means I know already all my answers must be in terms of fraction. I know already my answer must be in terms of fraction because the question asks for probability. Okay. So calculate the probability that the first card, okay, let me write it down. The first card drawn has a letter K. That means the first card I want must be K. The question says so. Okay. And, okay, you see keyword and. The second card, I want it to be N. Like that. Okay. That means, right, I want the probability of both of these happen. The first card must be K and the second card must be N. So, remember just now I put here, there you see, if there are two events and I want both to happen, I want A to happen and then I also want B to happen, all I need to do is find the probability one by one and then multiply them. So let me write this down nicely. That means I need to find the probability of getting a K in the first card. So, okay, and then I need to find the probability of getting an N in the second card. So this one is the first card. This one is the second card, must be N. Find the probability one by one. Then later I need to multiply them. Like that. So actually it's just logic only. Not much how to say, not much memorization actually. So for this chapter. Okay, so let's try this together. Let's try this together. Okay, so for the first card, what is the probability of picking a K? So you know already, it must be a fraction. Sorry, this one I shouldn't erase that. Okay. So it must be a fraction. That means you count out of how many cards? Out of 9 cards, how many cards are there that is K? 1 and 2. Only 2 K cards, right? So that means the probability is just 2 out of 9. Like that only. Like that only. Okay. Okay. So that means the first one, this one is 2 over 9. Done. Okay. You know what? Let me just write it down. Let me write this smaller so I have more space to. Okay. Yay. Let's go. Okay. 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 So this one here, 2 over 9. Okay. Then now I'm going to pick the second card. Second card, I want to pick an N. Okay, so logic also. Guys, remember I said already, if I, without replacement means I pick, let's just say I pick this K out. After I pick this K out, that's it, this K card is gone already. Gone already. That means the remaining cards, only 8 cards, right? So out of the remaining 8 cards, I want to pick an N. So remaining cards, you see lah, how many N's are there? Only 1. So 1 out of 8. That's it. Logic. Logic. Okay. So that means the second card picking N, 1 out of 8. That's the probability. And then you want both to happen, you want first card to be K, and you also want second card to be N. So multiply type this in calculator, straight away you get the answer. 1 over 36. That's it. That's it. Okay. So if I change the question, okay, I know, let's not go to B and C first. Let's change the question, okay? If I change the question and say, I want a probability that the first card is K or the second card is N. Let's say instead of N, I change to an or. So if it's or, come back to here. If it's or, I don't need both to happen. I just need either one of them to happen. All you need to do is just change the multiplication to addition. So if I change the word or here, all you need to do is just add lah. So 2 over 9, add, plus 1 over 8. Then get the answer. Okay? Just like that. This today I will be able to go slightly slower compared to yesterday, because today we only have 2 chapters to cover. So I really can talk slower. Okay, so let's do part B. Okay, let's try part B. Okay, come. Calculate the same probability that the 2 cards drawn have the same letter. Okay, so here, logic thinking also, guys. Logic thinking. Let's list down all the possibilities here. Let's list down all the possibilities. What are the possible cases if you want both to be same letter? Okay, let's list this down. Okay, first case. Let's just say the first card, I draw a K out. Okay. They said 2 cards must be same letter. 2 cards must be same letter. That means the first card, if it's K, then the second card must be also K lah. This is one possible case. Correct? So this is one possible case. Okay, but that's not the only possible case, right? Because I could also, let's just say I pick an E instead. I don't want to pick a K, I pick an E instead. Pick E. Then if I pick an E, that means my next letter must also be an E. Can? Because that just so happen that there are 2 E's. Okay, and E in the box. Okay, can. Possible also. Is that all? Come in the chat box. Anybody? Is that all? Is this the only 2 cases? Pick 2 Ks or pick 2 E's. Is that all? Very good. Thanks, Yishan. A also can, right? Because A, the card A just so happen it has 2 cards also. Card A. M cannot lah, unfortunately, because only got 1 M. If you pick M at the first try, right? Second try, you want to pick M, cannot really. No more M. Same as S and N. So yes, A is the next one. A, pick A, and then next one. So looks like you have 3 possible cases here. You have 3 possible cases here. So all you need to do is just find it out one by one. And then eventually the total probability, all you need to do is just add everything up lah. Add these 3 possibility up lor. That's it lah. Okay, logic only. Right? So guys, if you ever feel confused, this is the best way already. List down all the possible. I know some of them, teacher, you don't tell me every case, every question I need to list down all the possible case. Yes, if you don't want to confuse yourself. Yes, I do so many years already, the probability question, I personally still list it down. I never try to do mental calculation for probability. No, list down all the possible cases. Okay, so let's do this one by one. Okay, ask yourself lah. Okay, N again, N. That means you must find what is the probability of finding the K, multiply by probability of finding the K again for the second time. Okay, this one I think not much space left. Okay lah, this one I need to erase really because I need more space. Okay, let me take away this part. This one we no need. Okay, you guys can try first. Wait, don't have to wait for me. You can try first. Hopefully you'll be able to get the same answer as me. Nice. Okay, nice. Okay, so this one. Okay, this one put here. Okay. Then. Okay. So I'm gonna write here lah, part B lah. Okay, continue part B. Okay, so the probability of picking a K and the K is, first you must pick the first K. Okay, and then you must also pick second K. Okay, and I want both to happen, right? And right? So multiply. Okay, So think logically again. Think logically again. I want to, okay, what is the probability of picking a K for the first try? Same thing, right? In fraction. Okay, you have 9 cards in total. 9 cards in total for the first try. How many Ks are there? 2. 2 Ks. So 2 out of 9. Okay, that's it. But after you pick 1 K out, boom, you only left with 8 cards for the second run. So that means the second run out of 8, not out of 9, because you only already take 1 card out. Okay. Now you ask yourself, how many Ks are there that you can pick? I want to pick a K, right? Okay. How many Ks left? Only 1 more. No more other K for the second try. So it means 1 out of 8. Okay. Then multiply. That's it. So if you multiply this, I think you're going to get just A, guys. It's just coincident. Just coincident that it's the same as part A. 1 over 36. Okay. So if you do the same thing for E and E and A, okay, I think you're going to also get the same answer lah. Just so happen, guys, it just so happen that they are the same. Okay. Not every time it's the same. Okay. But you guys can go and try lah. It's all the same for this question. Okay. So now I already found out what is the probability for each possible case, right? So all these 3 satisfy the question. All these cases satisfy the question. So all I need to do is just add up all the probability. So add it all up. You get 3 out of 36, which is 1 out of 12. Done. Okay. So let me just, yep. Okay, done. Okay, so last part. Okay, find the probability where the 2 cards that you draw have different letter. Oh my god. Okay, guys, this is where the student will be like, teacher, you don't tell me I need to list down every single case. Oh, you different letter got so many case. You can pick K and then pick E. And then you can pick E and then pick K. Then you can pick E and then pick M. And then you can pick M and then you pick E. Oh my god, so many cases. Now, if you see, oh my god, there's too many cases that will satisfy this question, you think the other way around. The other way around. What do I mean by the other way around? It means, right, if you want the probability of all different letters, right, that means, very good. Thanks, Jing Hao. That means you don't want the cases that has the same letter, right? Ne? Basically, if you want to pick 2 different letters, right? In other words, you want the probability of not picking the same letter lah. You want the probability of not picking the same letters lah in both runs. So what is the probability that an event doesn't happen? All you need to do is just take 1 minus of the probability of the event that you don't want to happen. For this case, I don't want the same letter to happen. Okay? So this one is like you think the other way around. Instead of trying to you list down every single one, and then you need to do 1 by 1 and then add all the probability. No, take too long already. This one faster. If you want different letter, that means in other words, you don't want the same letter. So you don't want the same letter, you use 1 minus of the probability of same letter, and you realize that probability of having the same letter, isn't it part B? Isn't it part B? Part B there? The 2 cards drawn are of same letter, which is 1 over 12. We already found the probability of picking the same letter. So in other words, all you need to do is just 1 minus 1 over 12. Final answer, 11 over 12. Done. Okay. Some student will be like, teacher, is it possible if some student really go brute force, wow, go and list out every single one, list, and then eventually add everything up? I say, can. If you really do that, right, you should get the same answer, 11 over 12. But you do that way a bit dangerous, lor. What if you suddenly, miss one of the case, So for this one, I think I would do this one. Like I will use 1 minus of the cases that I don't want. Okay? Okay. So any question, anything, if I go too fast, just in the chat box, Okay. Okay. That's it for this question. All right. So let's try another one here. Okay, let's try another one here. Okay. Okay, here. Okay, you guys read the question first. Okay, what do they say? So a table shows the number of colored marbles in two different jars. Okay, there's a jar A and there's a jar B here. You know what, guys? For me, if you feel like it's very hard to visualize, right? Draw it out lah. Draw it out lah. Jar A, okay, and jar B. Okay, you don't need to be artistic. As you can see, I'm not artistic at all. I'm just drawing this to help me understand. Okay? Okay, come. What do they say? Now, jar A, it has X number of red marbles. Okay, that means we don't know. We don't know how many red marbles are there in jar A. It's okay. It's all right. So let me just, okay, red color lah, red color. Okay. So I don't know lah. There's a few. I don't know how many lah. Okay. I don't know how many. Okay, red. But white, I know. I know there are 3 white marbles in jar A. Okay, let's draw this in. 3 white marbles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 white marbles. Can. So, okay, never mind. Let's fill up jar B also. Jar B, okay, this one is better. 4 red marbles and 8 white marbles in jar B. So let me draw the 8 one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 white and 4, right? Yeah, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 red marbles. Okay, so you guys know, whenever you see this question about probability again, that means your answer must be in terms of fraction. If you want fraction, means you must know what is the total already. You must know what is the total number of marbles in each jar. Okay, so it's okay. Let's write that down first. Okay, what is the total number of? Okay, come in the chat box, guys. What do you think is the total number of marbles in jar A? Come in the chat box. What do you think? What do you think for now? Do we know the total number? Yeah, right? Thanks, Yixuan. For now, because we don't know how many red marbles are there, we just know is they use X to represent. Yeah, so it's okay. Write it down first. X over 3. Sorry, X over 3. X plus 3. Yeah, that's the total. It's okay, write it down. Okay, so the total of B, this one easy lor. Okay, just 4 red plus 8 white, total is 12 marbles. Okay, that's it. You see, if table is hard for you to visualize, draw in the diagram lah, clearer. Okay, done. Okay, now let's look at the question. You know what, let me make the diagram slightly smaller because I need the space to do the working. There, nice. Okay, so what do they say? Okay, part A, a marble is selected at random from a jar. That means they want to select one marble from A, and then they also want to select a marble in from B. So same thing. This one is 2 events. One, I want to pick one marble from A. The second event, I want to pick another marble from B. 2 events. Okay, what do they say? Find the value of X. Oh, so they want this. They want to find this value of X. If the, let's highlight key information here. The probability of the 2 marbles selected are of different color from different jar. This is the probability. Okay, so let's write it down. Okay, don't have to panic one. Slowly. Okay, probability of selecting different color. Probability of selecting different color from different jar. Okay, this probability has to equal to 13 over 24. Okay, this is the info that they gave us. Okay, so let's try to ask ourselves, okay, if you were to find this probability out yourself, how would you do this? How would you do this? So logic, just use logic. Okay, ask yourself, if I want to get different color from different jar, what are the possible cases? The possible cases, I think only 2. Either you select red from the A, from jar A, then you have to make sure if you select A from jar A, then you have to select B from select white marble from B lah. So white. This is one possible case. Or you can also select white first from A, and then you select a red from jar B. So these 2 cases, it will be able to satisfy my question, which is to select different color. Okay, so that means you find what is the probability of this one, what is the probability of this one, and then this probability and this probability, if you add together, they have to equal to whatever this is, 13/24. Okay? That's what it means. So slowly, you see, don't have to rush one. Let me write it down nicely. So, zoom in. Okay. So, this one, probability of select red first and then a white. And then, or another case is you select the white first and then the red. Okay. Once you get these two probability, you add them up because both satisfy the question, right? If you add them up, the answer should be 13/24. Okay. So find one by one. What is the probability of selecting a red? Okay, come. So select a red first. Select a red from jar A. So red got how many? We don't know how many. Okay, first of all, it has to be a fraction, right? So out of x plus 3, how many red marbles? X red marbles. Done. Okay, that's the probability of selecting a red from A. Okay, then probability of selecting a white from jar B. So there are 8 whites out of 12. So 8/12. Okay, and then you want both of these to happen together, so multiply, not together and you want both to happen, so and means multiply. So this is your first portion. Okay, now let's do for the second one. Probability of white from jar A. So there are only 3 whites from jar A out of x plus 3. The total, selecting a red from jar B, 4 reds out of 12. Then you want both to happen, multiply. Okay, so these two probability, if you add it up, it should equals to 13/24. And then guys, do you look at this? Do you look at this? Isn't this an equation? Right? It's an equation, it's an algebraic equation. So from here, you can actually start to solve step by step. Find the value of x. Okay? So if you struggle in this chapter, right, you just need to practice this one. Like if whenever they gave you a question, you just list down what are the possible cases, find the cases one by one, and then just add them all up. Okay, that's it. Okay, so come on, let's do the algebra together here. Okay, at the side here. So continue. Okay, I continue here. Okay, so at least let me simplify this. 8/12, I can simplify that as 2/3. So 2/3 multiplied by x over x plus 3 plus this one 4/12, I can also simplify, become 1/3. Okay, so 1/3 multiplied by 3/x plus 3 equals to 13/24. Okay, so this one, I hope you guys remember. Okay, fraction means multiplication of fraction means top times top, bottoms times bottom. So 2x over 3 times x plus 3. You see, I won't expand it first one. I won't. Okay, it's just gonna be easier this way. Okay, this one you multiply 1 times 3, bottom is 3 times x plus 3 also. Okay, so you want to add two fractions. Denominator, is it the same? Yes. Yes. For this case, denominator is the same. So if denominator is the same, that means top we can straight away add. So let's group this together. 3x plus 3. Numerator is 2x plus 3 equals to 13/24. When you reach this space, okay, fraction and one individual fraction and equal, this is where you can cross multiply. Okay, here you can cross multiply. Again, let me remind you, cross multiply only works if there's an equal sign and one individual fraction on each side. Okay, so that means 2x plus 3 multiplied by 24. The other side, 13 times 3, bracket that. So, okay, this one is just algebra. So, what? 48x plus, 72. Okay, this one is 13 times 3, 39, right? 39, so 39x plus 39 times 3. 117. 9, 10, yeah, 117. Yeah. Okay. Then from here, balance equation, okay, minus 33x minus 39. Minus 39x, well, let me see how much I get here. Let me speed this up. Okay, so I'll get 9x equals, this one go to the other side, I get 45. Is it minus? Yeah, 45. Okay, yeah, done. So x equals to 5. Yep, I get this answer. Okay, so for this question, right? Yeah, that's why I purposely want to discuss this question. The only part that's related to probability is just the first line, if you realize. It's just here. It's just here only, right? Then from here, this one, of course, you need to know, put it into equation. And then after this line, everything else is algebra already. Okay, done. Okay. Okay, so looks like if that's the case, let me replace it here. X is 5. Oh, that means in A, there are 5 red marbles. 1, 2. That's what it means. Okay, nice. Okay, then what do they say? 2 marbles are randomly selected from different jars. Okay, so that means the same thing. It's like select, what do you call it? One marble to select from each jar. Okay. Find the probability, again, fraction. Okay. Find the probability at least one red marble is selected. Okay. Okay. At least one red marble. So same thing. You ask yourself, what are the logical cases? At least one red marble must select. That means one possible case is you select red from A first. Okay. And then the second jar, you can select anything. You can select red also can. You can select white also can. Right? Because they say at least one of them is red. Both of red also can. No problem. Or you have the third case where you select white first, but then you make sure you have to select red from jar B. Okay? So looks like this one, you have 3 cases. 1, 2, and 3. So some student be like, can I find one by one? Can. Just find one by one, one by one, one by one. Can. Okay, and then just add it all up, you will get your final answer. But I don't like. Why? Because I feel like I can find a shorter way to do this. Instead of finding one by one, not say cannot, can. Go ahead, you can find one by one. But I'm trying to think the other way around. If I want to select, if I want to make sure one of them is red, right? That means I must make sure what doesn't happen. Like you ask the other way around, what do you have to make sure that doesn't happen for this case? Anybody in the chat box? What do you, if you want to select at least one red marble, right? What is the case that you must make sure it doesn't happen? Okay, I hope you can see this. The only case that you must make sure doesn't happen is that you select white and white. This is the only case that you must make sure it doesn't happen. As long as you make sure white and white doesn't happen, every other possibility, for sure, one of them must be red already. Right? So this is the case where I don't want it to happen. So actually what I can do is, I just do like this. 1 minus of the case that I don't want to happen. And then I also get the same answer. Okay. This is the second way to do it. But again, if you guys feel like, but teacher, this is very confusing and you think so much. Okay, can. If you don't want, you can do this way. No problem. You know what? Let me do both ways. Let me do both ways. Yeah. Okay. Okay, come. Here. I do this one first. 1 minus. Okay, what is the probability of selecting white color for the first jar and also white color in the second jar? So first white color from the first jar got 3 whites out of how many? 8, right? So 3 over 8. Okay, that's from the jar A. Now I'm going to select white also from jar B. So 8 white out of 12. So this one, 8 out of 12 multiply. Okay, so this one is the probability of selecting white and white. But after you take this, after you find this from calculator, you make sure you 1 minus that, because this is the only case that we don't want. Okay, so if you type in calculator, 1 minus 3 over 8 times 8 over 12, 1 over 4. So in answer 3 over 4. Okay, done. This one you just type in calculator, you will get the answer straight away, 3 over 4 lah. Okay lah, some student they be like, that one very confusing. Okay, come, we can do this. We can do this, okay? So find one by one lah. What is a select rate? Select rate, okay? Come, let me go back to my diagram. You see got a diagram clearer, right? Okay, so select rate from the first jar. I got 5 marbles out of 8. Okay, the next jar also want to select rate. 4 marbles out of 12. 4 marbles out of 12. Multiply. Okay, this is for the first case. Second case, I want to select rate. So 5 over 8 also. Second jar, I want white. So that means 8 white out of 12. Okay, and then the last one, I want to select white from the first jar. So 3 out of 8 multiplied by red from the second jar. So 4 out of 12. Okay, so find one. Find one. Oh my God. The 1, 2, and 2. So 5 over 24. This one, 5 over 12. This one, 2, and then this one, 1 over 8. Actually, you know what? Cannot. Is it yeah, 1 over 8. Okay, so once you have these 3, right, all you need to do is just add these 3 up together. Okay, see what you get. This one times 2, this one times 2, so this one, so 15, this one times 3, 18 out of 24. 18 out of 24, if you simplify that, 3 over 4 divided by 6. See, same answer. So up to you. Which one? Yes, this way could be slightly longer, but actually more or less the same lah, because you also need your brain power to think about what is the case that you don't want, right? So up to you. If you feel like you are more comfortable with this way, go ahead. This way, I feel like it's more clearer lah. It's clearer, easier also. Okay, Okay, I put like this. Okay. Normally, you see, I wait for a few seconds. If nobody press anything in the group chat, then I move on. Okay, nothing, move on, Okay, so let's do one more question. Actually, this is the one last question before we go into mutually exclusive and non-mutually exclusive. Okay, so tree diagram. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's just straight away jump into the question. Okay, we do this together. A tray contain 4 packs of nasi kerabu, 6 packs of fried noodle. Okay, Ken. So you see, I told you I prefer to draw it out. Got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is kerabu. Okay, and then we got 6 packs of fried noodles. Okay, Ken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then they are all on the tray. Yes, let's go. Okay, very clear. So looks like how many packs are there in total? You see, the moment you draw this one, very clear, right? Total looks like you have 10 packs. Okay, very clear. Okay, then what do they say? 2 packs are chosen at random. Okay, one after another. Okay, so that means you cannot pick 2 at the same time. You must pick 1 first, and then you pick another one without highlight, without replacement. See? That means, right, after you pick 1 pack out, you do not put it back to the tray. You straight away pick the second pack. Okay? All right, so looks like same thing. Here you have 2 events. Why? Because you are picking 2 packs, ma. The first event is you pick the first pack. Second event, you pick the second pack. 2 events. So in the tree diagram, right, you see, that's why they purposely have two layer here. The first layer is the first choice, means your first event. Either you can pick a kerabu or you can pick a fried noodle. Okay? Then after you pick the first pack already, you can still pick the second choice. So that's why they also list down here. If you pick a kerabu already, the second pick, you can still either pick a kerabu or you can now pick a mee noodle. Okay? That's why the branches is like this. Okay, so let's try to fill this up, the branches. Okay, so what does the number on the branches mean? This is the probability. Okay, so for example, what does this 4 over 10 mean? It means, right, for the first choice, when the first pick lah, that means when you pick, okay, from the tray, right? What is the probability of picking a K? That's what it means. Okay, this 4/10 means this is the probability of picking a K at the first choice. Okay, is it 4/10? Let's check. What is it? Yeah, I think it is, right? Out of 10 packs, there are 4 kerabu. Yes, so the probability of picking a kerabu for the first choice is 4/10. Yes. Okay, then this one is, instead of picking a kerabu, now you want to pick a mee noodle for the first choice, So ask yourself, what is the probability of picking a mee noodle for the first choice? So you have 6 packets here out of 10. So 6 out of 10. That's it. Okay, done. Okay, let's move on now. Okay, so let's look at this branch. What does this 3/9 mean? Okay, so what it means is, okay, the first choice, you already pick a kerabu out. That means no more. This kerabu no more. Okay, the second choice, you still want to pick a kerabu. So now you only left with 3 kerabu out of 9 packets. 3 kerabu out of 9 packets. That's why 3/9. That's what it means. So this one is the probability of picking a K again for the second try. This one is the first try. Okay. So this one same. It's like the first choice, you already pick a K. So K gone already. Now you want second choice, a mee noodle. So how many packets of mee noodle in the second try? Still have 6. Here. Out of total only left with 9. So this one here, 6 out of 9. This one is picking a mee noodle at the second try. That's what it means. Okay. So this chapter is all about really logical thinking. Don't overthink. That's the most important part. 6/9. Okay. So next. This one they already give us so we no need to do anything already. Okay, done. So normally after each of the branch, right, we will write down what is the outcome. So the first branch, what is the outcome? Is that you pick a kerabu at the first choice and then pick the kerabu, another pack of kerabu again for the second choice. That's why they put K and K. So for this one, right? So what this means is you pick kerabu both times. Both times. Okay, that's what it means. This is the case. Then of course another possible case is this one. You pick a kerabu first and then you pick a mee noodle. So pick K first and then pick M. This one same. You pick M first and then you pick K. This is another possible case. Or you can pick a M first and then pick another M. So M and M. So the tree diagram will always list down all the possible. The tree diagram will always list down all the possible outcome. So that is another reason why people like to do tree diagram, because it really lists down every single possible outcome. Actually, with the outcome, then to find the probability become very easy. Okay, become very easy. How? Okay, let me erase this. This one very messy. So erase this. Okay. So guys, if you read part B, okay, what does part B say? Find the probability, okay, fraction, okay, that both food chosen are nasi kerabu. So didn't we just say that is the first case, right? This one, B1. This is the first case. So I want the probability of this. So probability, all you need, you see, tree diagram very simple, is because all you need to do is just use, because first case is this branch as this branch. Each of the branch already have the probability. So all you need to do is take the probability on each branch and multiply them together, because you want both to happen. You want to pick K for the first choice. And remember, N means multiply. You want to pick the second kerabu as the second choice. So this and this, so multiply. Okay, so if you multiply that, what do you get? This one can simplify 1/3. So 4/30. So can further simplify 2/12. Don't worry about this. This one you just press in calculator. I think it will straight away give you the simplified answer. Okay, done. Okay, 2/12. Okay, next. Find the probability at least one nasi kerabu is chosen. At least one nasi kerabu. So you ask yourself, out of so many outcomes, right? Which outcomes satisfy the question? Does the first one satisfy the question? KK? Yes. Right? Because both are kerabu. The question say at least one is kerabu, then can already. So yes, this one satisfy. This one satisfy or not the second case? Satisfy. Because the first one is kerabu. Good. Okay. This one satisfy? Yes. This is the one that is not satisfying the question because they say one of them must be kerabu. This one both is mee noodle. Okay. Fried noodle. Why am I keep saying mee noodle? Mee and noodle is the same thing, right? Okay, so fried noodle. So this is the case that this is the only case that does not satisfy the question. So again, you have two options to do this question. One, you straight away find out what is the probability that you don't want. So find out what is the probability of this one, which is this branch and this branch. So 6 over 10 times 5 over 9. Type this in calculator, 30 over 90, 1 over 3. Okay, but this is the only case we don't want, right? All the other cases we want. So that means you can do 1 minus lah. Just use 1. 1 means all. Okay, minus of the case that you don't want, which is only this, minus of this. So the answer is just 2 over 3. Done. Okay, or some student, they say, okay, teacher, I want to do 1 by 1. Not say cannot, can. Okay, so come very quickly, find out the probability 1 by 1. Okay, what is this? 4 over 10 times 6 over 9. 4 over 10 times 6 over 9. The next one, 6 over 10 times 4 over 9. 6 over 10 times 4 over 9. Okay, so, what is it? 24 over 90. 24 over 90. This one, 24 over... Oh, both of them are the same. Okay. Okay. So this one is 30 over 90. So 24, 24, 48, 48 plus 48 plus 30 is 78. 78 over 90. Not the same. Wait. wait 6 over 10 times 5 over 9. How much is that? 1 over 3. Yeah. So, oof. Okay. So, I blur already. Okay, this is one way to do it. Or another way is you sum up all the probability that satisfy the question, which is the first one, 2 over 15, plus the second one, plus the third case. All right, the first 3 cases you add up because these first 3 cases satisfy the question. At least one kerabu is chosen. So if you do that, times 6 times 6, so it's 12. So 24 plus 24 plus 12, 60 over 90. Yep, same answer, 2 over 3. Okay, so up to you lah. Up to you which way you prefer. Of course, I personally prefer the minus lah. I lazy to do a lot, but it's okay. If you prefer this way, no problem. Okay, so here I got a little bit, this one, just a little bit here, extra, in case, I know the question didn't ask for it, but in case the question asks, what is the probability of both food chosen are different? Okay, this one, I want some answers in the chat box already. Come, I want answers from the chat box. I think we do so many questions, you should be able to do this yourself already. Which of the cases satisfy part 3, the food chosen are different? Okay, out of 4 outcomes, which one satisfy the third one, and then you tell me what is your answer. Okay, I drink water first. I wait for answers in the chat box. Let's see. Different. Out of 4. Ping and ping. Okay, so only 2 cases. Okay, because this KK, no, they are the same. MM also the same. So if they ask for different food, only the second case and the third case. So if you want the probability, ping plus ping. I didn't want to say it out loud because I'm sure some of you are doing from your side. Okay, so if you add this up, is it? Let's see. Let's see. I compare here. You press this calculator, it should give you 8 over 15. Thanks, Yixuan. Okay, good. Okay, that's it. So tree diagram actually quite easy lah. Okay, after you list down all of the branches, all you need to do is just pick which outcome satisfy the question, then just add up all the probability of the outcome that satisfy the question. That's it. Okay, Okay, so shall we move on? We move on. Okay, basically probability is just that's it lah. Okay, this one is a bit this one some student might find it a bit confusing because you're trying to memorize this, but don't, okay, because what mutually exclusive, this it's just a fancy words lah, okay, just some fancy words, but if essentially what it means is if these two events does not overlap with each other, that means let's just say event A is to pick an even number. Let's just say event A is to pick an even number. Event B is to pick an odd number. So we know that even if the number is even, then for sure it's not odd number, right? So picking an even number and picking odd number, the result won't overlap. You will not find a number that is odd and even at the same time. So that means this one is called mutually exclusive. That means that it's like they are not overlapping each other. The result of this, the result of these two events, they don't overlap each other. That's why if I draw in the set notation, that's why I wanted to cover set first, right? If I use set notation to draw, event A and event B, they have different outcome. Their outcome doesn't share. You will not find one a number that is both even and odd, cannot be one. So they're separated. This is called mutually exclusive. That's the only one. So what is the probability of A happening and B happening at the same time? Does it make sense? Let's just say A is to find an even number, B is to find an odd number. Is it possible that a number that you find is both even and odd? No, right? 0. And you look at this, is there any overlapping here? No overlapping. So no overlap means the probability of A and B happen at the same time is 0. Cannot be. Okay, so in set notation, N means this one, intersect. Also logical, right? Because A and B, they don't intersect. That means you know that there's no way the outcome can satisfy both the event. So 0. Okay, if it's OR, then you know is union. So you want to pick a number that satisfies either A or either B. That is possible. It's like you want to pick a number that's even or you want to pick a number that's odd. Yeah, that's totally possible. So all you need to do is for this one is just you add up the probability for individually, okay? Which is, if you recall, it's the same concept as we talked about earlier, right? If it's OR, you plus. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is mutually exclusive. Okay, now non-mutually exclusive means the event, the outcome is possible to satisfy both events. For example, let's just say I say okay, I want to event A is to select an even number. Okay, event B is to select let's just say multiple of 5. Okay, so even number is what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all them, right? What are the multiples of 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on, right? So, sorry. Okay, like that. Okay, so as you can see, right, is it possible for me to select one number that is both even and multiple of 5? Is it possible? Yes, 10. 10 is both even number, it is an even number, and it is also a multiple of 5. So 10 would be here, it's shared. The outcome is shared. 20 also what? 20 is also shared what? Even and multiple. Okay? So when you have an outcome that can satisfy both event, that means this is a non-mutually exclusive. I don't need to memorize the term, but you get the point. That means if you draw in the set notation, they will overlap. They will overlap. So what is the probability of satisfying A and B? Shaded region, no? The shaded region, all the components, all the elements in the shaded region will satisfy probability of A and B happen together. Okay, so let me write this down. This one is intersect lah. The shaded region isn't that means intersection, right? The overlapping part. Okay, so if you ever want to find the probability, you need to count lah, the number of elements in the shaded shaded region. Count the number of elements out of the total elements. Okay, this one no need to memorize one. Okay, just understanding only. Okay, so what about OR? Okay, what about OR? So it's like, can I find what is the probability of picking an even number or a multiple? This one can. A plus B can. But this one, if you take A is this circle, okay? You add it with B, which is this circle, you notice that this overlapping part is like you overlap 2 times already. You add it, because when you take A, right? A is already here, ma. A is already here. All of these numbers here. Then when you add with B, looks like this portion you like add it one more time. So this portion is like you add 2 times already, which is wrong. So you need to minus off this portion here that you added one more time earlier. So minus off the probability of A intersect with B. Okay. Okay lah. This one is a logical understanding. But if you don't understand the logical understanding, you just memorize lah. Okay. But to me, it's logical lah. Right? You take A, you add it with B. So these two white color, no problem, no overlap. So it's okay. Add over, no problem. But this one, if you add, you're gonna like add it twice already. So you need to minus off 1 time. Okay? So this one, we have another name for this. We call this the addition rule. Okay, later you will see this term come out in one of the past year question. Okay, okay, done. This is all you need to know. Mutually exclusive and non-mutually exclusive. Okay. Okay, come. Let's do the question here. Okay, what did I say? Diagram 6 shows okay, this is the key. There are only 8 empty seats, which are seat number 11, 12. So all of these are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So only these 8 are empty seats. Okay, that means eventually people can only pick from these 8 seats. Okay, so what do they say? A is an event of getting a number greater than 15. Okay, so let's write it down. A is to get to a number greater than 15 out of these 8 numbers. So that means you can either pick 16, 17, or 18. They say greater than 15. Greater than 15 means cannot be 15. Because 15 it is not greater than 15. Okay, so 16, 17, 18. These are your only 3 choices for A. Okay, B. This one is an event of getting a prime number. So list down what are all the prime numbers. Here, 11, 13, 17. That's it. Okay, also 3 choices here. C, get a multiples of 5. Multiple of 5. Okay, I think out of 11 to 18, only 15. So this is only one choice. Okay, this, like this. Okay, so next. Part A. Determine whether the following pairs are mutually exclusive or non-mutually exclusive. Okay, guys, there are few ways to do it, but personally, since you know if it's mutual exclusive, that means the set will not overlap. If it's non-exclusive, that means they will overlap. So I think for this case, easier if you just draw a Venn diagram out, the set diagram out, easier. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so A, 16, 17, 18. Looks like A and B, they share 17, right? Okay, so looks like A and B is like this. A and B, like that. A and B. 17 is being shared by both. Okay, then 16 and 18 is in A. 16, 18 is in A. 11 and 13 is in B. 11, 13 is in B. Okay. Looks like C, which is only 15, it is not shared by anyone else. Huh? It is not shared by anyone else. Not shared by A, not shared by B. Okay. So that means C must be here. One lonely C here, not overlapping with any of them. Okay. So, and one more thing also, when I draw Venn diagram, I will always check, have I include all the possible cases? Because here, remember, I have the seed number 11 to 18, ma, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ma, right? So let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. So looks like there are 2 other digits that are not in A, not in B, and also not in C. I think the numbers are 12 and 14. So let me just draw upside. 12 and 14 here. Okay, so personally, when I do this question, I'll just straight away draw a Venn diagram out. Then it's very, very clear. So this one, again, if you guys remember, this whole thing, all of the numbers are all listed here already, right? So we call this universal set because it covers all the possibility already. Okay, Okay, so with that being said, I can now answer the question lah. Is A and B mutually exclusive? Yeah. No, not mutually exclusive because they share. Okay, so done. The answer is non-mutual exclusive. Okay, done. B and C, yup. B and C, they don't overlap at all. So yes, they are mutually exclusive. Done. Okay, nice. Part B. By listing down all the possible outcomes, find the probability of getting events A and B. So write down A and B. Okay. So now you ask yourself, is this mutually exclusive or non-mutually? Also non-mutually exclusive. Okay, can. So that means okay, I suddenly saw part C. Okay, never mind. Okay, anyways, what is the probability of A and B? So A and B means here lah. This part, right? This one here. Okay, A and B, right? Which is only 17. So looks like, right, you only have one option to choose from out of so many numbers, right? So the probability again is fraction. You only have one option. So one option, which is 70, out of how many options in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 options. So 1/8. Done. Okay? Done. Okay, next. Okay. So this one, what verified, yeah, you see, addition rule of probability. This is what we are talking about lah. Addition rule of probability is this one here. Now this rule, this is addition rule of, let me complete the addition rule of probability. Okay, so that means they want you to prove this law lah. Okay, well, this question not bad. That's why I purposely choose this question. Where does this question come from? Yeah, let's see. This question come from Terengganu paper. Okay, so let's prove that. Okay, how do you prove? If they ask you to prove, right, that means they want you to really calculate what is the probability of A or B already. They really want you to do that. Okay, so guys, if you remember, or means plus, right? That means you find out what is the probability of A happening first, then you find out what is the probability of B happening first, and then you add it up together. This is from our foundation, fundamental understanding from probability, right? Okay, from just now. So at least let's try this way first. Let's try this way. Let's not use the addition rule first. Let's try this way first. Okay, what does this? I want A to happen. So A is right here. Right here. So if A wants to happen, that means you have to pick either 16, 17, or 18. So you have 3 options in A, 3 out of 8 in total. You have 8 options in total. Okay. Probability of B, same. You got 3 options in B out of 8 in total. Okay. So if you add this up together, you're gonna get okay, wait. Yeah. How do I? Okay. Okay. Let's not do this way. Because do that way, because the thing is, if you do 3/8 plus 3/8, right? The problem is the 17 is being overlapped already. It's like you count 17 two times already. So actually, you need to get rid of selecting the 17. Okay, so no. Let's not do that way. That way is a bit confusing. Actually, let's take one step further. No, one step back. Let's take one more step back, okay, and ask yourself, if you want to select A or B, right? A or B, that means you can either select 16, 17, 18, 11, or 13. Any of these 5 elements, you can select, because if you select any one of them, you are indeed selecting either A or B. Okay, so the options, you have 5 options here because you can either select one of these 5 out of the total of 8 options. Actually, this one is straight away the answer already. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. This is straight away the answer already. But because they ask you to verify the addition rule, so addition rule says A or B equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus the probability of A and B. This one is the addition rule. So then only we do one by one. Okay, what is the probability of A? 3 out of 8. Okay, probability of B also 3 out of 8. Probability of A and B, I want both to happen together, so only one option here. So 1 out of 8. So plus minus. Ask yourself, 3/8 plus 3/8, 6/8. 6/8 minus 1/8, 5/8, which is the same answer as if we use our basic understanding. We would have gotten the same answer also. Okay, so actually, honestly speaking, right, if you draw out the Venn diagram, do you really need to memorize the addition rule? I think probably not really, because just by logic, if you want to select either A or B, that means I can select either one of these 5. So I have 5 options that I can select out of 8. So straight away I get the answer. I don't even need to go through addition rule of probability. Okay? Yes, that is what I wanted to say. Okay, done. Oof, okay. Okay, I think this question, right? You know what? For now, I'm just going to skip this question first because we have 45 minutes left for the transformation chapter. Okay, but anyways, this question is just the same topic lah, under this mutual exclusive and non-mutual exclusive. Okay, but if you understand this, actually should be sufficient lah. Let me go through the transformation first. If by the time, if I finish the transformation faster, then if got time, I will come back to this question. If no, then it's okay lah. Okay, Okay, switch gear. Okay, switch gear. Okay, summarize. Transformation, only 4 types. Translation, reflection, rotation, enlargement. Only 4 types. So what you guys need to know is that you must know how to get the marks to explain. If ever they ask you to explain a translation always is a 2-mark question. Reflection also a 2-mark question if they ever ask you to explain. Rotation, 3 marks. Enlargement, 3 marks. Okay, why and how? Let's go through it one by one. Okay, now translation, if they ever ask you to explain, first of all, mentioning the word translation give you 1 mark. Okay, the second mark is given by the movement. So the movement we always write like this, in a column vector form. So always write the horizontal movement. So go to the right. Go to the right means positive. Go to the left means negative. So this one go to the right 4 units, so positive 4. Go down, now vertical. Go down 3 units. Down, going down means negative. Go up means positive. So go down, negative 3. This one, done. So this is how you need to explain for translation. The word translation itself, 1 mark. This movement here, describing this movement, another mark, done. Okay, next, reflection. Reflection is, first of all, just by mentioning the word reflection, okay, one mark. The second mark, okay, of course, if it's reflection, you must tell us lah, where is the reflection line, okay? So for this case, the reflection line is this vertical line where it crosses x-axis at 5. So this is the equation of the reflection line. So that will carry. So at x equals to 5, this will carry another mark. Done. Okay, so this one you need to remember lah, the format, how to answer. Okay, for each of the transformation. Okay, rotation. So same thing, rotation, the word itself carry 1 mark if they ever ask you to describe. The second mark is how it rotates. So from P, it rotates to P prime. So this is the object lah. Object, this is the image. So it rotates like this, right? So looks like it rotates 90 degree. This one is called anti-clockwise. Okay, because if you look at the clock, okay, clock always go this way, but this one go the other way, so anti-clockwise. Okay, so that will give you the second mark. And the last one is, where is the center of rotation? So the rotation happens at 6. So at 6, 5. Done. This is the third mark. Okay, so for rotation and enlargement, right? Okay, both third mark, the third mark is rewarded to the center, because for enlargement also got the center of enlargement. So first mark given if you wrote the word enlargement. Second mark is how big, because since you already tell us it's enlarging, enlarging, then you must tell me how many times it get enlarged. So the easiest way to see this is just measure any two of the corresponding side. For example, if I measure this side corresponds to this side in the image. So this one is 1 box. This one 1 box. This one here 3 boxes. Okay, so the how many times it enlarge? The term we use is scale factor. Okay, and luckily to you, the formula of scale factor is given to you in the formula sheet, and the symbol they use is K. So this one good, they gave you formula some more. So the formula, in the formula sheet, they wrote like this, PA prime over PA lah. They write like this lah. But don't worry, what does this mean? Okay, let me label. Okay, what this numerator mean is the length of the image. Okay, PA means the length of the object. The length of the object. Okay, so this one here is the image, right? 3 boxes here. This is the length of the image. So 3 put top lah. So like that. So scale factor K is equals to 3 over the length of the object. So length of the object is 1. So 3 over 1, which is 3. This one give you another mark, the second mark. Okay, and then the last one, of course, is the center of enlargement. So for this case, where does it enlarge? It enlarge at 1, 9. Okay, done. Okay, center of enlargement actually very easy to find. All you need to do is just join up all the corresponding side like that. Join the corresponding side like that. Okay, then where it cross is the center of enlargement already. Okay, center of rotation, this one for me, it comes from practice lah. It comes from practice because it's like you need to understand the center of rotation, right? Is where the point doesn't move. So it's like you imagine if this paper can move, right? This is where you pin down the paper and you turn the paper. So if you turn, then this object will become here. So this one, another word for that is the pivot point, is where you pin the paper and move the paper. Okay, so this one, later we do some practice question, then you'll see how I find this. Okay, but that's it. That's all you need to know. Okay. Oh yeah. There is another formula that's given also related to scale factor, but this one slightly different a little bit. This one they write like this. Also given in formula sheet, area of the image is equals to K square times the area of the object. Okay, this one also given. So what it means is, let's say this area here, let's just say this area here, let's just say simply let's just say this one is 5 units square. Okay, if I want to find out what is the bigger area, so I put example here, area of your image, image, okay, is equals to, what is your K value? Just now we found 3 ma. So 3 square sub only, multiply by the area of the object. For our case, I give example 5 lah. So like that only, what, 9 times 5, 45 unit square. That means, right, if I were to calculate this area here, this area is gonna be 45 unit square. Done. Okay, so these two formula is given to you lah, no to worry. Okay, and then one last one before we start to do the question is this one, a combined transformation. Okay, so it's like they want you to do two. I think for SPM, the most they ask is only 2 transformation. They never ask for 3 lah. They only combine 2 transformation. Okay, so I give you example here. Transformation AB means you do backwards. You do backwards. That means you do B first. Do B first, and then only you do A. Okay, that's it only. Okay, so with this being said, let's try the question. That's it for transformation. These are the 4 you need to know. Sudah habis. Okay, let's do the question together. All right, what do they say? Okay, transformation V. Okay, so let me write this down. V is a translation. Okay, V translation -2, -2. Okay, can. W. Okay, so there's another transformation. It's a anti-clockwise rotation about. Okay. One step at a time. So first of all, rotation. Okay. Direction anti-clockwise 90 degree. So 90 degree anti-clockwise. Okay. About the center 0, -1. Okay, done. This is transformation W. Transformation T. Reflection. Okay, can. Reflection at y equals to 3. Okay, can. All right. So in diagram 4.1, which is at the side here. Okay. Here, 4.1 here. Okay. So what did they want? State the coordinate of image of point K. Okay. So point K is right here. Point K is right here. So this is my object lah. That means I need to do the transformation on this point. Okay. Under each of these. Okay, so one by one. So this one, transformation WV. That means go backwards. Do V first. Then only you do W. Okay. You know what? Let me take this. And then make it smaller. And then I move it down. I move it. No. Move it down here. So I don't have to block. Okay. Let me erase this. Change color. Okay. This one. So that means I need to do V first. I need to do V first. Okay, so let's do V first. What does V says? It's a translation of -2 and -2. Okay. -2. So K, go -2. That means go here, horizontally to the left. And -2 means go down here. That means the new K, the point K reach here already after transformation V. So let me write that down. That one is at 30. Okay. After this, after V, you get 30. Then from 30, you need to do W. W is what? W is rotation. Okay, rotation. Okay, rotation 90 degree. Okay, you know what? Let me just move this over to here lah. I think easier to see lah. Okay, like that. Okay, W. Okay, W. W is a rotation 90 degree anti-clockwise at 0, -1. So if you want to rotate something, you must of course pinpoint. You must pin the paper first at 0, -1. That is the pivot. Okay, that means you pin here. And then you turn this point. Turn this point where? You turn this point anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise is this way. This way, 90 degree. So all you need to do is, from here, connect from the center here and turn 90 degree. So if you guys not sure, right, cannot see, you can use your ruler or use your protractor to measure 90 degree. Okay, but I think 1, 2, 3 boxes, then 1, 2, so 90 degree is here lah. I mean, you get the point lah, 90 degree. Okay, how I see is like this, 3 boxes here, turn this way, 3 boxes here, then here lor. So that means from here, it will turn to here already. Okay, so from 3, 0, it will turn to -1 and -2. Done. That's our final answer. -1, -2. Is it? Sorry. -1 and 2, alamak. -1 and 2. Cannot even read coordinates. Done. Okay. So that is part A. Mean right nicely. Turn this way. So here. Okay, this one is part A. Okay, nice. Next. Okay, it's the same point. Point K, we start over again. But now, I apply T first. Okay, T, T is what? This one, apply T first. T is a reflection at y equals to 3. So where is y equals to 3? It's a line here that cuts y-axis at 3. So this is y equals to 3. So I have to reflect first. That means this one will come here. Ding, right? It will come here. So you will reach 5, 4. You will reach 5, 4 already. You will reach 5, 4. Okay. Then from 5, 4, you need to do V. So V is what? Translation. Oh, yay. No need to do rotation. Okay, translation. So take this, go -2 and -2 down. So it looks like it's going to reach here. Okay. So -2 looks like it's going to reach right here. So, okay, that means we're going to reach 3 and 2. Done. Okay. Yeah, that's the right answer. Okay, Okay, of course, another type of question is they gave you the final outcome. They draw for you already, but then now they ask you to describe. This one is like they describe for you, then they ask you to draw. The part B is they draw for you, but they ask you to describe. Like that. So okay, no problem. Okay, let's do this together. Okay, what do they say? EFGH. Oh my god. Here. Okay. What they say? EFGH is the image. So where's EFGH? Okay, so this big one is the image, okay, of PQRS. Okay, so looks like PQRS, this one is my object. Okay, this big one is my image. Okay, again, no problem. Okay, under the combined transformation of R and S. Oh, that means PQRS, it will have to go through S first. And then it goes to R. Okay, can. So if it goes through S first, so looks like, actually, you see, they already got guide for you, right? Looks like this one to this one is transformation S. And then from this one to, looks like it become bigger. This is the transformation of R. Then you will reach the big EFGH. Okay, so let's describe one by one. Okay, S. Looks like from PQRS to ABCD. Okay, it's a reflection. All right, it's a reflection. So I think the middle line is here, right? Reflection. So this reflection line, it cuts x-axis at -1. Okay, so again, describe. You see, 5 marks. Did I not say 5 marks? 2 marks must be for part A, part 1. Okay, why? Because you have to mention the word reflection. This one gives you 1 mark. At what is the line? Reflection line, x equals to -1. This one gives you the 2nd mark. Done. Okay? Okay, next. You want to get R, so that means from ABCD, you want to become EFGH lah. Okay, so looks like this one become bigger, so enlargement. Hey, by the way, I just want to point out, enlargement doesn't just mean going bigger. Enlargement can also go smaller one. Okay, later we will see some example. God, I got select one example, become smaller one. Okay, this is enlargement. So if you remember, enlargement got 3 points. The first point given the word enlargement. The second point is the scale factor. Okay, scale factor. So remember scale factor K, the length of image divided by the length of object from the formula sheet. So up to you lah, which length you want to choose. For me, I'm just going to choose an easy one, this one, and this one. Okay, so length of the image, 2 units from here, 2 units. How I know 2? Because E, you see the coordinate of E is 1. Then F here is 3. So from 1 to 3, 2 units. Okay, so let me just write that down. This one is 2 units. Okay, and then the length of an object here, corresponding one, okay, 1 unit. 1 unit. Okay, so looks like the scale factor is equals to 2 lah. Okay, so this will give you another mark. Scale factor 2, another mark. Last one, at the center. Where is the center of enlargement? Easiest way to measure center is you connect the corresponding points. For example, this point and this point. Okay, so you connect them together. Draw it as long as possible. Okay, and then this point and this point also corresponding, so you draw like that. So it looks like these 2 lines, it crosses here, right? It crosses here. So that means this must be the center of enlargement. So what is this coordinate here? 1 and 3. Bing, done. So 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark. This one 2 marks. So total 5 marks. Okay, done. Okay, I think this question still quite straightforward lah. The only thing is if you know how to do the combined transformation, you do backwards one, the second letter and then the first letter, then you are good to go already. Okay, let's do one more question right here. Okay, this one I quite like this question. Okay, so you see diagram 14A. Bing. Okay, it's a tessellation. I don't know if anybody doesn't know what tessellation mean. Okay, so tessellation here, I just want to be very clear, means the shape is being repeated exactly. So you see KLPQ, this shape, it's repeated exactly here at LMNP, exactly repeated. So it's called tessellation. Okay. So this diagram shows a tessellation consists of quadrilaterals and right angle triangles produced by isometric transformation. Sure. Okay, so is that. Okay, what they say? State the transformation from X to Y. Okay, from triangle X to triangle Y. So I want a transformation from triangle X. Okay, triangle X is here. So let me bold this up. This one is triangle X. Okay, triangle X. I want to go to triangle Y, which is right here. So they are asking you guys, remember, transformation, you got only 4 options. Either translation, reflection. Okay, let me write down. Translation, translate, translation, reflection, reflection, and rotation, and enlargement. You only have 4 choices. Okay, so you ask yourself one by one. From X to Y, is it a translation? No, I hope you tell me no. Okay, because translation, the orientation cannot change one, right? It just take the same shape and move left and right, up and down only. So the fact that this one, the orientation change really confirm cannot translation. Not reflection also, okay? Not reflection. How to reflect from here to here cannot. So I think it should be a rotation. See, it rotate. Like from this point, rotate this way, became here. This point, rotate this way, became here. Okay, not enlargement also because the size is the same. Okay, so answer is rotations. But again, if it's rotation, must be 3 marks one. Why? Because you need to tell me what is the direction and what is the center. At which point it rotates. Okay, so I think the direction is the easier one. See, from here, right, looks like it's rotating this way. You see this line, right? After rotation, it became like this. So you look at what is the angle between this line and this line. Looks like it's like 90 degree. Looks like it's 90 degrees. See? This one is like this. This line is like that. Okay, so 90 degree they form. So looks like it's gonna be a 90-degree rotation and rotate from X to Y, right? So this one follow clock direction, so clockwise. Done. Okay, next, you need to tell me where is the center of rotation. So it's like this one, you need a little bit of how to say, logical thinking, I think. Like if you want to turn like this, right? At which point that you need to pin down this shape, right? So that when you turn, X can reach the position of Y. The position of X can reach position of Y. So, okay, anybody in the chat box, I want to see first. Anybody in the chat box manage to see where do you think the center of rotation has to be? Where do you think you need to pin down? Which point you need to pin down so that when you rotate, right, just this shape X, after rotate, it can reach to Y. I'll do this way. I drink water first. I want to see if anybody wants to try this question. Wrong, never mind. When I see this question, I'm like, oh, I like this question. Because it's not your usual, or always they give transformation always in a grid, right? This one is not in a grid one. Huh? Nobody wait, nobody nobody want to try? Okay, so actually, you guys see here, if I take this point, I connect to P, and I take P connect to here, didn't you see that it actually can form a 90 degree? Do you guys realize that? See, is it not 90 degree? Right? If you don't believe, you don't want to use these two corresponding points, you want to use other point, can. Let's use other point. Let's use other point. Let's use point L, right, from X. Of course, if this one turn over here, it will correspond to point N. So just now I said P is the center, right? So let's try to connect. You see? Isn't it not 90 degree? Turn this way and then 90 degree, right? So actually for this question, the center of rotation is at P. That's the answer. So this is your third mark. So you need to write the whole thing lah. Okay, so rotation, 90 degree clockwise, center at P. Done. I purposely choose this question because I'm like, oh, nice, interesting question. Quite different from the rest. Okay, done, Okay, this one. What is this? I think this one is quite straightforward also lah. This one. Okay, let's do very quickly. This one. T is a translation. Okay, P is an anti-clockwise rotation at this center. Q enlargement at this center. Guys, look here. The scale factor of this enlargement is 2, yes, but there is a negative. There is a negative. So what does this negative mean? You guys look properly later when I show. Okay. But the value 2 is still the scale factor. This 2 is still a scale factor. That means it still follows the formula, which is the length of image divided by length of object. That means if it's 2, right, means the length of image has to be 2, then length of object is 1. So it's like, it means the object, the image is 2 times as big as the object lah. So become bigger lah. Okay, but you see got negative got negative So let's see how to do this question Okay, so one by one. State the coordinate of image of point 94. Okay, so that means they want you to start from this point lah. 94. Where is 94? A94 here. Okay, so start from that point. What do they want? They want the transformation of PT. That means you need to do T first lah. T is what? It's a translation of -2 and 3. So do T first. -2 and 3. This way and this way. So that means reach here already. So after you do T, you do P. P is a anti-clockwise rotation at this center. The center is 6 and 0. So where's 6 and 0? 6 and 6 and 0 is right here. Okay, let me use another. So this is the center of rotation. So this was the point that I reached just now, right? That means I want to take this point, okay, and let me just draw the line so it's clearer. Oh my god. But you guys get the point, okay? Connect this with ruler, okay? Connect, and then I want to turn anti-clockwise 90 degrees. So anti-clockwise this direction 90 degrees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna reach here, guys. If you're not sure, don't have to worry. All you need to do is just use your protractor. Oh my god. Okay, you guys get the point. Just connect like this. So if you check, this is going to be 90 degrees. Okay, so that means the new point is going to add -1 and 1. -1 and 1. So done. That's the answer. -1 and 1. Okay. Okay, next. Draw the image of a quadrilateral ABCD under. Okay, guys. This is the one. The enlargement transformation Q is the enlargement scale factor -2. So I want the image of ABCD. ABCD is here. Okay, can. So the enlargement happens at 5, 4. 5, 4. Okay, you know what? Let me get rid of all of this because I need the space. Okay. So always whenever we talk about whenever you want to draw enlargement or rotation, you always start from the center. Okay. So 5, 4, 5, 4. Bing. Here. Okay, this is the center of enlargement. Okay, now, normally, if you guys want to draw enlargement, actually, can I do this? Yeah. Okay, normally, if you draw enlargement, you will connect the center to the sides, right? Like this. Like, not to the side, to the tips. To the tips like that. Okay? And then, normally, you would draw another one, okay? From this one, let's just say to this point so enlarge like this, right? Normally you will do that, and then normally this one you draw very big, and then the enlargement, the bigger shape is gonna be here. But this one is a negative scale factor. The scale factor is negative in a transformation. What does negative mean? Negative means you flip around. Very good. Thank you, Jinghao. That means, right, instead of going this way, you need to go the other way around, like that. So you see, I draw my line as long as possible, like that, okay. And this one also, I draw my line as long as possible, okay, like that. Okay, done. So now I ask myself, okay, my image has to be here already, not here. All right, because we need to go opposite direction. Opposite direction is denoted by the scale factor, negative scale factor. It tells us we have to come the other direction. Okay, so the other direction and 2. 2 means the image is 2 times as big as the object. That means, right, you see these 2 lines, it's connecting A to B. A to B got how many boxes? 3 boxes, right? So that means when you enlarge to the other side, opposite side, from 3 boxes, it has to be 6. Because it became 2 times as big. Scale factor, the value of the scale factor is 2. So the image is 6 boxes. So you need to find where is the 6 boxes. I think here, you see? From this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. That means the image is, oh my god, here. There should be a straight line here. Okay, label. This point is touching this line that is coming from B. So this is my B prime. This line is touching my A. So extend to here. This is my A prime. Like that. Okay, so the B is connecting to C, 1 box. A lot of students, they will say, oh, this one box. Then the image come here, 2 boxes, they draw like that. Then they put C here. No, Guys, no. If you're not sure, better draw. Better draw the line again for C. Okay, so the line touch C, and extend it as long as possible. Okay, here. Done. Okay, so that means this line here, C must be lying on this line. C, the email must be lying on this line, which means from B to C, one box, right? So from B prime to C prime, two boxes. Correct. Really two boxes here. So C prime is here. Okay. Then I think with these two sides, I think you can complete the rest already lah. So one box to D, that means two boxes to D lor. That means D must be here lor, D prime. If you're not sure, of course you can also draw this line there lah, but no need lah, I think. Okay, and then from A to D, this one slanted two boxes. So slanted four boxes, yes, is correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. Okay, done. This is my image. Full. Okay. Okay, sorry, just gonna be OCD a bit. Oh no, oh my, okay, no, you know what? Give up. Let's not waste the time. Okay, done. This is my part 2. So let me label part 2. Okay? Next, last part for this question. Okay. Is given that the quadrilateral ABCD represent a region of area 24 meters square. Okay, here, wait, this one is 3 units I put outside. Why? Because I want to highlight already this part here. This one here is 24 units square. That's the area. Find the area of the image. That means they want this area. So formula, area of image equals to K square times area of object. Okay, so we know the K is already given, right? For the image, it was given in the question, -2. So -2 square, okay, times area of the object, which is 24. So what is that? 4. And then what is that? 4 times 4, 6. So 96 meter square. Not unit square lah. The question used meter square. So I also use meter square. Yeah, meter square. So I purposely choose this question because of this, to translate that the enlargement is with the negative scale factor. Purposely chosen to show this. Okay. All right, just nice. I have one last question to go through. 10 minutes left. Okay. This one I also purposely choose because remember, guys, I told you enlargement doesn't need to go bigger. It can also go smaller. Okay, let's look at this question. ABCD is an image. Oh my God, why did I highlight Malay? ABCD is an image. So this ABCD is an image of PQRS. See, PQRS is a bigger shape. ABCD became smaller. Okay, so enlargement also involved just that. We need to change something really in a scale factor. Okay, so let me label nicely. This one is my object. This one is my image. Okay, all right. Under the transformation of W and X, that means you have to do X first lah. So looks like from PQRS, it has to become the smaller shape first. This one is the transformation of X. Then from here, you go to this part. This is transformation of Y. Okay? Okay, so come, let's do this one by one. So transformation of X here. So looks like is the shape becomes smaller. It's the transformation that makes the shape become smaller. So if the shape becomes smaller, yes, it is still under enlargement, but the scale factor, okay, K, which if you follow the formula, is the length of image divided by length of object. You look at what is the image. Let's say I choose this side Actually, I choose this side This side. This is the image White color is the image, right? Because we started from PQRS. 2 units, 2 units for the image, and the corresponding side for the object is 4 units. This one 2 units. This one 4 units. So sub the image 2 units, object 4 units. So if you simplify, you will get scale factor 1/2. That is the scale factor if a shape becomes smaller. If the scale factor is a whole number, let's just say 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? If the scale factor is more than 1, okay, that means it becomes bigger. But when you see the scale factor is less than 1, half, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, like that means it's actually becoming smaller because of the formula. Always use the length of image divided by length of object, then you won't confuse. Okay? So in conclusion, guys, there are 3 types of enlargement. Okay, let me just write it down. Enlargement, okay, just 3 types. 3 types. Okay, the first one, the image becomes bigger. Then your scale factor, okay, you know what? Let me just use the symbol K because that's what your question use. Okay, K, right, is more than 1, so it could be 2, 3, 3.5, 4, all that. Okay, the second type is your image become smaller. Okay, that means your scale factor will be less than 1. That means like half, 1/3, 1/4, like that. When you see scale factor like this, you know already the image becomes smaller. Okay, the last one is the image go opposite direction, go the other way. Okay, if it goes opposite direction, that means your K value is a negative number. Done. These are the 3 cases for enlargement. Okay, this is probably the most confusing one for the entire chapter. Everything else is okay lah. Honestly. Okay, okay, coming back to this, not done yet. Okay, must put the last mark is the center. So where is the center of this one so-called enlargement, but actually it's the size reduce, right? Reduction. Okay, but it's okay. You can still do the same way. Connect the corresponding part Q and U, right? And then P and T, right? So looks like it's gonna cross at S lah. It's gonna cross at S, So that means the S is the center of here. Okay, here. Okay, so looks like it's gonna be okay. So looks like it's gonna be right here. This is the center. So I said at point S. Done. So 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark. Okay, next. Okay, Y. Y is from here need to turn to here. So obviously, I think so. This one, you see, this line VS, right? After you transform, it became DC like that. So you see this one, kind of form a 90 degree, kind of form a 90 degree. So that means this must be a rotation of 90 degree already. Rotation, 90 degree. From VS to DC, so it looks like it's going into this direction. Wait, let me erase this. Why I cannot? Wait, okay, wait. Okay, never mind. Is this one turn to here? I don't know why I can't erase. Okay, can already. Okay, turn like this. Okay, from here, turn like this. So this way is following clock direction. So clockwise, clockwise. Okay, last one also must find the center. Okay, so the center is always the more confusing one. Where is the center, right? So for me, I'll just try if you want to turn this way, looks like you have to pin the paper somewhere here. It's like you pin, let's just say somewhere here, right? Somewhere here. Then you turn the paper, you will be able to move this shape over to here. Okay, so you kind of take a guess lah. Let's say, is it Is it? Let's try. I don't know. So -1, -1, here, is it? Okay, let's try. So if you guys want to try, right? Okay, all you need to do is just connect. So point S, you connect to -1, -1. Okay, then you turn So point S looks like it's gonna go to point D. Looks like it's gonna go to point D, Is it? Yes. Okay, guys, okay, Jinghao, good try, but from your side, you see here, is it 90 degree? Is it 90 degree? If I put -1, is it 90 degree? I don't think so, I don't think so, right? You measure, I don't think so, it's 90 degree. So that means this is a wrong guess already. Looks like that's not the point. That's not the point. Okay, so let's try maybe another one. Let's try another one. Let's go this one. What about this one? Just one box up. I think this one can, I think this one can. You see, from S to here, this one here, okay, this one here, connect to the corresponding point of D. I think this one can already. I think this one can already, right? Because from the point to S, this one is like 6 boxes here, and then you turn the way I see it, okay, yeah, like this one, right? These 6 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how you turn. Then you turn become like this. Okay. Then reach here, right? So I think this is the point. Okay, this is the center. So the center is at -1 and 0. Done. Okay. Yeah lah, I know lah. This rotation is like, what like that one? Yeah, so you guys again do the trial papers. If you finish all the trial paper, there are tons of rotation questions from all the trial papers. Okay, if you do that, you will for sure master this lah. Okay, last part, given the area of the shaded region is 120. So just the shaded region, guys, just the shaded region, not inclusive of this blank one, okay, so just here is 120. Calculate the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, ABCD is here. So, guys, let me just write it down. The area of ABCD, isn't it the same as the area of STUV? Because this rotation, I didn't change the size also, what? Right? So the area of both of these should be the same, STUV. Okay, and then if you realize, if you compare the area of STUV with the area of the bigger one, PQRS, that is where we can use the formula again, right? The area of image equals to K squared times area of object. Okay, but guys, this one you want to be very careful here, okay, because you see, okay, let's suck the information in, right? Area of image. So which one is the image? Which one is the image? STUV is the image, So STUV is the image. Object PQRS. Okay, So what is the area of STUV? Do we know? I think we don't know, right? So let's put it as X. We don't know. We don't know. Okay. What is the scale factor? Yes, we already found the scale factor just now, right? It was half. It was half. So sub 1/2 square. Okay, times. What is the area of the object? Area of the object, guys. Area of the object is the whole thing. But remember, they said the 120 is just the shaded part only. Just this shaded part only. So if you want the whole area of PQR, it should be the shaded part plus the area of this image, right? Which means this one area is 120 plus X. This one is a catch. This one is a catch. I see this type of question happening a few times already, guys. So that's why I purposely want to choose this question to do with you. I see this question happen not just in Johor, but like I'm sure I saw a very similar question in a couple more past trial paper. So take note this type of question. Okay, don't get caught. Okay, so from here onward, it's just algebra lah. 1/4 you can times the other side, become 4x equals to 1/120, and 3x equals to 120, x equals to 40. Done. Okay, so remember what is the value of x here? X was the area of STUV, which is the same as area of ABCD. So done. That's the final answer already. 40 centimeters square. Okay, whoa, just nice. 10 o'clock. Okay, that's it for today. Okay, is there any question? Okay, any question you type in the room chat or whatever. If there's no question, then yeah, go ahead and take a good rest. Okay, today is our we done our second last class. Tomorrow is the last class. So tomorrow is the day for statistic, mean, mode, median, interquartile range, stem and leaf diagram, box plot, or GIF or GIF. Okay, histogram, all that. Okay, have any tip to do question for slanted reflection line and center of rotation? Okay, so the center of rotation really not much, center of rotation really for me, I just do like this. I know some school, right, they share like what you join up the 2 points and then find the perpendicular bisector, that part. I find it even more confusing personally. I don't like that way, because that way is like, whoa, what is that? It's a too many steps. So for center of rotation, I really just ask myself logically. You have to visualize logically. I don't know if in SPM can you request a tissue paper from the teacher or whatever? Because some of you guys know, I teach international school syllabus one. So for international exam, they can actually request for a tracing paper one on the spot. So I don't know whether SPM can request a tracing paper or not. You try, or tissue paper. Okay, why? Because you use the paper and try to trace lah, and then you use your logic, pin at a certain point, and then you turn. So that is normally how I see it. And then I will see, okay, normally it's around here. And then after I draw the line, you check with the protractor, is it 90 degree? First of all, if the center of rotation is correct, right? Yeah, two ruler. Actually, Jinghao, I only use one ruler. Let me show you. No, I don't have a ruler here. Okay, never mind. Imagine, you guys look at my camera. You guys look at my camera, okay. Imagine if this is the ruler lah. Okay, imagine if this is ruler. This side is 90 degree. You see here, this side is 90 degree. So to me, I will just straight away use this edge and put on the grid, and I adjust. So I make sure one side must touch the image point, and then the other side here must touch the object point. Like that. So this one here, this side here is 90 degree from one ruler. I do that. So if you, just in case if you don't have a protractor, you can do that lah. Okay. So in terms of slanted reflection line, right? I think, okay, don't worry too much, because the slanted reflection line, the most I saw is just either y equals to x or y equals to negative x. That's it. So what it means is like this. What I mean is like this. Either the reflection line is like that, like that. Okay. If it's like this, then y equals to x. Well, that means when x is 1, y is also 1. When x is 2, y is also 2. Like that. Either this one or the other one. This way. Y equals to negative x. If it's a bit hard to see, right? This one, right? Again, you fold the paper lah. You try to, try to fold the paper. Then if you fold your paper at this line, right, then you will see whatever, let's just say the image is like this, right? Then when it goes this side, when it goes to here, and then it looks like this, lor. Like that. Sorry. But you get the point lah. This one and then this one. Like that. So you fold. If you fold it, then how do you see, right? You measure the perpendicular distance, like from this point to this point, how long, and then it must be of the same distance here, like that. This distance must be the same. And from here to here, this distance has to be the same, like that. Okay? But honestly, I don't, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see any this type of question. But okay lah, let's not assume that it's not coming out lah. it might come out. Okay? Okay. Any other question you can still ask, but Vignesh, are you here, Vignesh? Yes, Vignesh, are you here? Okay. Yeah, Vignesh, actually, I wanted to tell you, I saw the feedback, and thanks for the feedback, Jinghao, Vignesh, and I think Julian. Thanks for the feedback, really. But Vignesh, your suggestion that we do more practice questions, right, in the class, right? That one, unfortunately, we can't do it, lah. I have to explain to you, so you understand we can't do it because well, it's an intensive class. Okay, that is why I always ask you guys to do it with me. Like as we go through the question, if you do it with me, then automatically it's like you also doing the question already. You get the point, Vinesh? Yeah. Actually, I thought it through. I thought it through because there are too many topics to cover, and I only have 10 lessons of 2 hours. So I can't give time for you guys to do question, wait, and all that. Yeah, that's the reason lah. But thanks for the suggestion. If it's a normal class, I definitely do that all the time. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, thanks for that. No, actually, I have to thank you too. I have to thank few of you lah who always willing to respond. I really I love you guys for responding really. Because if not I it's like teacher also human you know. Imagine you talking to a wall for 2 hours. You start to doubt yourself, you know. Yeah, hey, really? You don't believe? You go home, you go and try talk to the wall for 5 minutes. You imagine how that feel? Yeah. Okay. So okay, I don't want to drag you guys ready. A good night. Have a good rest. Tomorrow is our last class lah. Okay. Oh, thanks, Yishan. Okay, good night, Vignesh. Thanks, Yishan. Thanks for keep responding. I really appreciate that one. Okay, good night, guys. Bye bye.